taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as.
You know how this goes. 6 big bouts tonight. We've got a #1 contendership bout for the women's ruby belt in the main event, and a whole lot of other crazy action here tonight. So strap on in as we send it to the ring for tonight's opening bout.
Tracks and some music that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. Now sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change.
For a moment I thought that was Birmingham, England, but welcome Birmingham, Alabama to Breakdown. And the general manager's in the house.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 528 pounds, J.C. Mateo and Talatonga NNT.
Well, the GM is bringing his family tree to the building, as J.C. Mateo and Talatonga set for action. And the GM, he knows his boys are in dire need of victories here. With G.O.D. falling short the last couple of outings, he sends in the big boys. Do their due diligence. Can they deliver for Solo Sikoa? Because Birmingham, Alabama, the Hounds do be barking. As we're set to unleash Braun and Braun.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 580 pounds, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker,
The Vision have been a breath of fresh air into this tag team division, earning recent victories over some stacked teams in the build-up to Fearless. Those wins include Mr. Iguana and Cruz del Toro as a tag team, as well as another bout where the Breakdown Boys took down. Well, no, they fell short actually to the primetime squad at Fearless. But tonight, Braun and Braun, they look to lay siege further into this tag team division here on Breakdown as a big time threat. Obviously, the New Age Outlaws will be defending their tag team titles at City Limits against Booker U. That is going to be a pretty big boy bout there, but as we focus in on this matchup, it's an opportunity here for Mateo and Tonga to show that they could potentially be threats in this tag division as well. GOD, obviously the more renowned tag unit of the MFTs, having to stand to the wayside to allow JC and Tala to showcase their skills here tonight. And to be honest, there's a lot of similarities I feel between some of these members. I'd say Mateo and Reed, very similar in styles. Two big men who do bring some pretty deadly offense. As the roll up here, going to get reversed. Reed back on top. Pin reverse once more. Now Mateo, now Reed. We're going to keep saying the names as Mateo now sits on top. Gets the mount and takes advantage of the situation. The only difference I would say is Breaker is a lot more different to Talatonga in terms of stylization. It's a lot more power and explosivity with the speed from Breaker versus just raw giantness and the elevation of Talatonga's offense. Right now, though, the MFT's in control. A couple of quick tags keeps JC Mateo at the forefront for this lineup as he brings the punishment to Big Bronson Reed. Mateo ascending. Middle rope moonsault. Finally hitting the target. But yeah, realistically, the tag division, obviously, it's looking pretty good right now. With number one contenders crowned at Fearless, we kind of have three, I would say, very promising, flourishing, I should say, tag divisions across each brand, which, obviously, we want to crown or keep number one contenders in the hunt for them titles. And as IPW's only, well, the tag titles, the only belts that are split across all three brands, it is nice to see sometimes stars showing up like the Outlaws on Primetime as well as Underground. And it's important to stress that the men's tag champions are yet to really have many bouts. They aren't like Hate, who are week in, week out, battling every star they can come up against across all three brands. But realistically, here tonight, we've got some potential explosive action as well as we kind of look forward to the rest of tonight. Obviously mentioned in the intro to tonight's show, we've got some pretty big bouts as, well, our main event is one for the ages as JC Mateo delivering some high impact maneuvers to Bron Breakker. Bronson Reed into the ring to break it up as well. But getting back onto the topic, we've got some pretty interesting matches here tonight. Culminating with the start of the fatal run for Charlotte Flair. We'll see if she can overcome the challenges that will be posted right in front of her, as that's a big gun stun from JC Mateo, who's really controlled the majority of this matchup. And it's important to stress he has been in there for a long period of time. Talatonga's had fleeting visits into the ring to battle with Bron and Bron. Breaker now into the cover. He's got his chance to go and try and punish Mateo as a quick kick out from JC. As Breaker's fired up now, he's finding some energy. The whip reverse though. Breaker in trouble as Mateo picks him up, drives him into the corner, and then a big time belly to belly sends him overhead. Mateo allows the tag to happen. In comes Bronson Reed. And Mateo straight on the offensive. Standing? No. Not yet. No standing STO. Instead, it's a fireman's carry for Reed, but Mateo's going to deliver those elbows into the side of the head and get him up for a tour of the islands. Down goes Bronson Reed. The cover's good, but it's going to be broken up. Breaker there to do what his surname says. Breaker it up. Bronson charges in, trying to find the offense that his team needs. The vision, looking, searching for a moment to attack. Reed fired up. He's got JC down, but his boot's caught. And Mateo sweeps out the leg. Reed battles to his feet. Hooks up. Saito suplex. Mateo sent crashing to the canvas. But the battle's still there for JC. But he's caught. Roll up. Bronson trying to steal victory. Gets the cover. Good for 2. But that just gives him an advantage. Up to his feet first. Fireman's carry. Wasteland into the senton. Bron and Bron, they've finally found a shift that's working for them, but the shift might have just ended as a spear hits. Never mind. It's still Breaker in control as he hits a big-time maneuver onto the fresh Talatonga. A leaping attack misses. The pace of this one's changed drastically on a dime. Talatonga scoops up Breaker. Snake eyes into the corner, follows it up with a big-time boot. Cover here for the MFTs. But it's broken up quite quickly. Breaker, he stalled out Talatonga, goes up top, pops him off with the Frankensteiner. Breaker not slowing down. He's trying to keep the momentum going, but he's hooked up, goozled. The elbow stops the choke slam, and now he's got to whip Tala to Vision Corner. Tag made. Bronson Reed now legal. And he's going to come crashing down on the back of Talatonga. Off the ropes, big time senton from the big Bronson Reed. And now, Talatonga sits in the drop zone for a little tsunami, but the knees come up. Talatonga, he's not going to be washed into that whirlpool. Woo! Big time offense coming out from Talatonga as he goes for the cover, but it's a quick kick out there from big Bronson Reed. Breaker again into the ring. Boom! Leaps into the attack. Talatonga a little distraught from what Bronson Reed just did. Giving Breaker the chance to go on the offensive. Big Bron Breaker. We know he will destroy when given a chance. An Irish whip sends Talatonga into the MFT to the Vision's corner. Breakker leaps in. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Big kick out there. Talatonga not going down. No remorse, no backing down from the Vision. The early control that JC Mateo garnered for the MFTs has been squandered here as Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed have really brought the damage, and Mateo's lackadaisical pin breakup attempt costs the MFTs and the Vision bang with a big victory off of the hard labor of big Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. As we see that final pin, Mateo in too slow. He's so slow to break it up.
Here are your winners, Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, the Vision.
And with it, that means that we get the Vision victorious once more in tag team action. So the question now needs to be asked, who is next for these two? Well, our good pal Drew McIntyre, the Amethyst champion, is looking for competition for City Limits. So Solo Sikoa has given him an ultimate test.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Preston, England, weighing in at 246 pounds, Wade Barrett.
And what that means is for the next 3 weeks, we have some triple threat matches to name the 3 stars that will be battling Drew McIntyre for that title. That's right. McIntyre's defense at City Limits is a fatal 4-way against the winners of these following matches. The first man in this matchup, Wade Barrett.
And his opponents, first representing the LWO from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Brandon Lee.
Looking to reach the mountaintop. As well as this man who has been in that hunt. He's made it into title matches, but is yet to succeed. Is it Dragon Lee's chance tonight to make it and then at City Limits capture glory? Certainly an interesting prospect for McIntyre. 3 unknown quantities. Well, the quantities will be determined, obviously, as we say, but how he deals with them will certainly be unknown, as it could very much be a little Grayson Waller effect in his future. Well, Grayson Waller, he's had some good performances as of late. The flashiness, the suave style has worked for him, but in a situation like this, you've got to ask the question, Can he live up to expectations? Will he be able to hang with Wade Barrett and Dragon Lee? An international affair set to take place inside the breakdown ring as we get underway with this quote-unquote #1 contenders bout for the Amethyst Championship. Straight out the gates, it's Wade Barrett and Waller that are trying to find the best position. Dragon Lee finally starts to get going. Targeting the knee of Barrett, but it's the jaw of Lee that's being hit up here by Waller. The super kick, then followed up with a double axe. Waller is putting in some punishment, and so is Barrett now. Roll up here attempted by Waller. Not even good for the one just yet. Big discus lariat. Connecting there for Grayson, and well, he connected onto Lee, but he's now being punished by Barrett. As again, another roll-up happens. Lee trying to steal it this time. And as we watch on at these battles, the questions start to be asked of this division. We've said it before, time and again, that who will be the man that can really hang with Drew McIntyre? There's only ever been one person to beat him for that title, and that was the Sandman. But quite quickly after winning it, he lost it back to McIntyre. And that just tells you the sort of man that Drew is. He is someone to adapt to the difficulties ahead of him. And a matchup like a Fatal 4-Way, it is just that sort of carnage, that chaos that really does bring the best out of you. Right now, we've got 3 stars that I would say are really looking promising as potential threats to Drew. We've seen a lot of things out from Waller. Lee's been in the picture as well. But Barrett, he has had fleeting appearances, and when he does show up, he does okay. But it's never a massive definitive victory for Wade Barrett. Oh, he scoops up Waller here, running power slam, puts down the Aussie. As the Brit now sent running by the Mexican star. As Lee's hung up in the corner. Big lariat there from Barrett as he charges through with a second. He's going to drop Dragon Lee and force him out of the ring. Divorce cord here by Waller catches Barrett after his exchange with Dragon Lee. Now he's getting Fujiwara armbarred. Roll through from Waller, not going to be able to connect. Instead, it's a big power bomb by Dragon Lee, putting down Grayson. However, the issue is there is a sledgehammer at play. It's done some damage to both Dragon Lee and Grayson Waller. And well, the follow-up DDT from Wade Barrett puts the statement, that exclamation point, on the performance so far from the Bad News Brawler. Standing STO once more, this time from Grayson Waller as he puts down Barrett, trying to get some renewed energy into this matchup. Cover here, going to be broken up. Super kick caught. Waller caught as well. Barrett capitalizing off of the mistake here by Grayson. However, Grayson's caught Barrett. Dropping down, removing the vertical base of Barrett. Wade now eats some big shots from Dragon Lee. Forces the Brit out of the ring. Lee charges in. Up and over, sweep out legs, bang. Boots to the body, but a baseball bat to the head. That's a bigger shot. That certainly would look for the home run, but a poison run, a response. Cover for Lee, broken up by Waller. You're getting to that stage in the match where realistically anyone can just pick up the dub. The damage is starting to wane on people as Barrett's busted open. Only Waller left remaining without an open wound on their head. That wound might open soon as he's hung up in the tree of Joey Lawrence. Skewo! Or maybe not. Lee's not actually capitalizing on the attack onto Waller. And in fact, Grayson's the one that's attacking here. He sends Dragon Lee to the corner. Caught. Lee caught as well. The exchange of blows not working out for either man, and well, it's going to result in Barrett swinging for the fences and taking the head off of Dragon Lee. Standing SCO this time turns into a clothesline for Barrett. As Waller quickly up, quickly attacking a splash in the corner. He's sizing up his prey. Drops into his knees. Off the ropes and a bang, stiff punch, but a big knee. Lee hits the target. And the target was the jaw of Grayson Waller. And it could, and I do mean could, be hit once more. Around the world, put down though. Waller standing tall, defiant, but he can't avoid the elbow. Lee picking up momentum. Barrett's got to stop the momentum if he can. Punches being blocked by both men, but that's a ball hammer hitting its mark. Body scattered across the ring, but Barrett beckons both of them to his feet. Leaping in and crowning Dragon Lee. Following it up, he's whipped. Back elbow, Waller. A chance maybe. The baseball bat will connect. The second shot won't. And Dragon Lee could capitalize, and he will do. The knee kicks, and then the follow-up roll through into the power bomb. Waller's rolling to safety, knowing he can't be pinned on the outside, but keep your eyes onto Barrett. He's got a kendo stick in his hand. He's trying to hit, but caught. Flatlined by Waller. Grayson's just getting cocky. Tries to land the shot to set up Dragon Lee to be butterfly DDT'd, but not going to be the case. Instead, it's a big shot that puts out Barrett from Lee. And Waller's can technically do the damage here to put an end to this. Maybe not. Lee might just say he's had enough of this battle. As Barrett once again back standing. It's his chance maybe to attack. In fact, it's not. Lee. Woo-hoo! He puts down Waller with a powerbomb. Barrett swinging with the heavy shot, not finally able to connect on the second time of asking, and then hits a Northern Light suplex. The taunting's coming out from Barrett and Waller. They know they've done their job. They're picking on Dragon Lee. As they return him to the ring, Barrett calls his mark. But caught. Dragon Lee hooks the arm, roll up, seatbelt in. Locked up, cover good for 2, but there's Grayson breaking up to keep this matchup alive. Irish whip. Barrett blooded, battered, and dropped as Dragon Lee into the cover. It's broken up by Grayson frickin' Waller. The Aussie could look to end it. Instead caught. Mexican Destroyer puts him down, and well, Dragon Lee, he is now on the offensive. How about a second one, babe? Barrett put in his place the shots to his gut, but here's Waller. He stripped the sledgehammer out the hands of Dragon Lee. Now looks for the win, the cover, but Barrett's back in. The cover broken up. And Barrett now on the offensive. Lee slow to his feet. Evades the big boot, but Barrett's shot. Oh, both men are missing. Finally, Lee kicks with the gut kick. Hits the target and now goes for the cover. Waller's down. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, an epic battle here. Number 1 contendership that, well, it goes to Dragon Lee. As we see these replays unfoiled.
Here is your winner,
Will it be a repeat sort of story where Lee qualifies to a title bout but falls short once more? Or will this time be his time? Well, I don't think there's many beaches, if there is any, in Alabama. But Soul's still feeling the surf.
is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Honolulu, Hawaii. Soul Ruka!
Here on Breakdown, and an opportunity for her to really step up in competition. He says, knowing the competition she's going up against, but it's a chance nonetheless, and Soul could quite literally, what's the word I'm looking for? Level up, climb up the division she currently sits in. Something that a lot of stars have been looking to do here on Breakdown is leave a mark. Well, the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae, is one of those stars that really wants to find a mark.
And her opponent, representing DIY from Riverside, California, Candice LeRae.
As Candice LeRae sent for action here tonight. And we know that she can inflict punishment on opponents. The Poison Pixie, a moniker she lives by. Let's see if she can hang with Soul tonight. Obviously, Soul, a former IPW Underground champion. As we set off for the action here. A stiff shot from LeRae gets the action going. Springboard early from Sol, gonna fall short. Because LeRae may have been going for her own there. Won't be able to get it, and regardless of that, she still has control though. Sol, reversed once more as these two jockey for position early in this battle. I've got to ask the question. Which of these stars wants it more than anything? Because we know naturally the mid-card division here on Breakdown, since losing that stalwart champion in Julia, now sits with John Grace, who's trying to start her sort of reign off right. She will have to defend that title in the future. LeRae off the rope. That was an interesting maneuver. I believe it was a flatliner. Hit the target right, and well, roll up here. Just trying to put away Sol, but Sol won't go out and down without a fight. She connects on well. Big shot there by Ruka, but she's caught and comboed and dropped. But she nips up quickly. She's trying to keep the pressure on as LeRae tries to make her pay still. Sweeping roundhouse kicks to the knee, working for LeRae. Finally going to drop Sol, and Ruka in trouble now. There's a drop kick, not going to connect here. Ruka with the super kick. Hits the target. And now, she can tell you she's fired up, ready to put down Candice once more. The Irish whip. Leapfrog. Spear connects. We see a lot of spears in recent times in IPW, but none never looked like that sort of torpedo shot to the gut. Sol caught, head scissors around her neck. The Hurricane Rana off the springboard. Working wonders for Candice LeRae. LeRae mounting the pressure. But the pressure, it's a hard thing to keep going, especially when you're up against someone the caliber of Sol Ruka. Side slam. This time for the Poison Pixie, who's fired up. Well, heads up top as a fired up Sol chases her down, pulls her to the canvas. Cover here for Ruka. One. It's an immediate kick out by LeRae. We know that there's been very little damage put on to Candice. But Sol's looking to turn that around. Shots to the back, and now an Irish whip up, bringing her down her own Hurricane Rana. Now what's Sol got in mind? Target locked. Springboard. Box shot lariat. Sol's feeling it. Can you blame her? Out the corner. Sol snatcher. LeRae down. Sol into the cover. 2, 3. LeRae's Sol gets snatched. And the victory and the spoils also end up with Sol Ruka. A big victory for her, I have to say. Coming back, swinging hard. I think this is her first victory in a long time as well. And what a way to do it, the Sol Snatcher. Then the cover for the 3. It was picture perfect by the former Underground champ.
Here is your winner,
The Soul gets a big dub here tonight. We'll see, though, if these dubs keep rolling for her, and potentially a title shot in the near future.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Wilmington, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Miles Bourne.
Well, Miles Bourne, he's had one match before here in IPW. I don't think he was successful in it. In fact, it was quite some time ago. But tonight, we send him into the ring for an opportunity. That one thing that you never really want to ask for on Breakdown is an opportunity, because 9 times out of 10 you end up being beaten to a pulp. So we'll see what Solo Sikoa has put in store for Miles Bourne, who can and potentially learn a massive victory here tonight. Well, a massive victory would be what he would get if he can beat
And his opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
the underdog of the underground, Samuel Zayn, ready to go here tonight. A lot can happen in a moment's notice, and that haluva kick could just put you down and out in an instant. That's what Miles needs to be wary of, is that Zayn offense. Chance here for both men to establish themselves here on Breakdown. Zayn, interestingly enough, not a part of Team Breakdown at Fearless, but you could have seen his uses there. A part of the unit, but no, missing out on it, and I think that kind of rubs him the wrong way. Solo Sikoa wasn't really valuing Sami. Well, it's a chance now for Zayn to prove him wrong, a chance to show up for the underdog of the underground, and that's what he is. He is an underdog. He's never really seen as a firm favorite, unless you class this match. I would say he's favored to win over Miles Bourne, but realistically it is only a moniker, a nickname that may have ran its course here for Zayn. As roll up here, Miles trying to steal an early victory. It's going to be broken quick, but it does keep Miles in control for the moment. Zayn dropped. Down springboard though from Bourne, hits its target, a moonsault. A little bit of magic. And then a little Fisherman's Buster. Bourne's hitting his stride. early into this one as well. Zayn, though, a little bounce back. European uppercut. Gonna put it down. Miles and then unload. Busting him open in the process. Nip up, but it's not going to work out here for Miles as he's straight into some vicious striking from Sami. Zayn keeping momentum going in his favor. Launching Bourne and then delivering a German suplex. Into the cover goes Zayn, trying to get the early dub. Quick kick out there from Bourne, realizing that he is in for a little bit of a fight here with Sami. We do know Sami likes a brawl, but the brawl could turn into just more of a murder at this stage with how well Zayn is doing here against Miles Bourne. Springboard, though, going to be blocked. Zayn needs to rethink his ideas because that rope grab is not working for him. Miles tries for the drop kick, but Zayn just brushes it to one side. This time he launches in. While it doesn't look pretty, it was more of like a leaping cannonball. It will connect onto Bourne and drop it. Miles up with Zayn, Alabama. Not Alabama. We're in Alabama. Manhattan drop, that's the name. Then a nice cutter. Right on the target. Zayn in trouble as Perch Bourne hits that European uppercut. Zayn is reeling at this stage. He evades the elbow being dropped on him, and that means Zayn can fire off a quick lariat. Bourne rolls out. Well, it's a shot-for-shot exchange. Neither man able to hit their big one. As Zayn scooped up, reverses Scorpion Death Drop from Sami Zayn to keep Bourne in check. Zayn going to return him to the ring. And you know that Sami might look to end it here. Heads up top. Target locked. Zayn ready to fly. Misses with the crossbody. Bourne evades the danger. Tries to swing, but no, it's blocked. So Sami's offense. But up top goes Zayn. The head scissor takedown. That will work for Sami. But the stiff shots now, Bourne. Has Zayn up top in the powerbomb position. And, well, he's not going for a powerbomb. Instead, gun stun. Tries to the line as well, but misses. All short. The cover, though, comes through. Good for one. And quickly Zayn out of that pinning predicament. Referee getting in the way now of Miles Bourne. And Zayn still punished. Springboard moonsault. Hits the target. That's going to force Sami to go rolling to the apron. Get that safety net in play. He evades the dropkick. Then hooks up, swings him around, locks the arms up. Cover here for Sami. Good for two. Pin reversed. Bourne on top. It's a quick kick out or reversal of the pinning predicament. These two men just exchanging one counts till Zayn forced the kick out rather than exchange position. Bourne looks to keep going. Lines up Zayn, but a back elbow from Sami. Super kick evaded. Both men swinging for the fences. This time the dropkick from Bourne will hit the target. And then a second for added punishment. The extra insult as well. As Bourne ascends. Tries to drop the axe, but Sami's not having it. Springboard attempt to that tornado DDT. Not going to work this time for Sami. The moonsault will for Bourne, and he will look to win it here. Cover, good for the 1, 2, but not the 3. The shoulder comes up from Sami Zayn to stay in this battle. Big time lariat, Zayn. Changing the tune. Dragon Sleeper locked in. It's going to be broken open. But look at Bourne fired up. The clothesline's coming in. The comeback. It's needed. He sweeps out the leg. And, well, Zayn's down. And could be out. The cover good. 1, 2. No. So goddamn close to a Miles Bourne masterclass. We know Sami Zayn's got that big, heavy artillery waiting to punish. And that's the artillery shot. The guns fire as a haluva kick hits the target. And that is not going to be it. Zayn, a little more needed, it seems, to put away Miles Bourne. How about an exploder into the corner? Bourne groggy. Will reverse the whip somehow. He has Sami down in the corner, applying pressure with the boot. Bourne again with the drop kick. As the Bourne legacy starts to be built here in IPW. Zayn controlling the battle on the outside. Looks to maybe return it to the ring and will do so. Miles getting up but caught, whipped to the corner. Zayn charges in the haluva kick. That's good night. Ball game. 1, 2, 3. Tough battle here for Zayn as Bourne really came to play here tonight. It was a good battle. Neither man backing down, but Zayn, he just hit bigger. He hit better. As we see the ending, the haluva kick just hits. The cover comes through. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Sami Zayn.
With that, Sami Zayn, a big victory here on Breakdown. As we now look towards our co-main event. Well, your co-main and main events tonight take center stage in the women's divisions.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Austin, Texas, the Women's Pure Wrestling Champion, Jordan Grace.
More specifically, how they have a gauntlet put in front of them. Solo Sikoa sees an opportunity, and he will throw anyone he likes to the wolves. With Grace being unsuccessful at Fearless, he has sensed an immediate weakness in his roster. So he's looking to maybe shore up this mid-card, this women's division.
And her opponent from Mexico City, Lady Shani.
So what he has done is asked for some fine ladies with some toxic traits to make sure Grace is doing a good job as champion. Now, what that means, I don't know, but from what I can tell, Jordynne Grace is in for a rough 4 weeks in the build-up to City Limits. We shall see if she can hang, though, tonight with Lady Shani. Well, the crowd certainly thinks she can. But currently, we're ready for the co-main event. The main event, obviously, being that fatal sort of battle for Flair. Right now, this is feeling like a fatal affair for Jordynne Grace up against Lady Shani, who hits the scorpion kick. Nice rolling senton as well. The cover comes through. Good for the one, but it's a quick kick out there by Jordynne Grace. Now, could you imagine if Lady Shani, who in her debut was a losing matchup, or losing affair, I should say. Could you imagine she bounces back tonight beating the champion of this women's division? It would be pretty impressive to do. That's a nice short arm clothesline combo from Grace. Just trying to take the head off. And, well, there's the one at will. Force Shani to the canvas. Jordynne lying in wait, ready to go. Forces Shani into the corner, and we know what Jordynne can do there. It is a setup position for her to go for that muscle buster, but Shani gets out of there quite quickly. And, well, it's now time for her to go on the offensive, putting boot to ass, figuratively and literally. Grace, roll through, cover here, trying to steal the victory quite early on into this battle, but it is a strategy to kind of put your opponent on kilter, to take them out of their stride. Grace, though, not really found a stride just yet. Shani's bringing the offense for her. High roundhouse gonna miss as Grace ducks the shot and then hangs her out to dry with the neck breaker. Off the ropes goes Jordynne and drops the axe on the skull. Why not drop another elbow? But that one's not going to work. Instead, springboard attempted. Shani launch, but no landing zone available. World's strongest slam. That's big from Jordynne. As she is stepping up here, she needs to find her favorable position. Remember, she won the championship in a massive battle, multiple stars all vying for the title, but it was Grace who hits the mark in that matchup, as she just did, putting Shani down with the spinebuster. Now package a little Canadian cock tease. It's Jordynne. Here's the raw power on display. This is good from the champ. Running power slam into the cover. One. Quick kick out, Shani. Resilience. Very solid. But this is just Grace showing off her strength. That's why she became champion. Finally, Shani has an answer. Gets to her feet. Big shot. Takes the backstabber. Right on the spine. The cover comes through. Shani almost gets the 3. But it's a kick out by Jordynne on the 2. The 2's not going to work for her. I think we're getting a little shiny lock. Arm hooked. It's in tight. Grace will be forced to tap. The answer's no. As the hole's broken. It's an interesting submission hold that, but I'm going to hold off on talking about it because right now Jordan's got her up for a little muscle buster. Shani put down. Busted by Grace. And well, it's not enough to get the 3 just yet, but what we can do is talk about the Shani lock. It's a little cocky. Brash by Shani as she utilizes very little of her hands to keep the pressure on, but it traps the legs and they get kind of twisted. Shani this time will hit the tornado DDT, and the arm's the other primary target. Your body just crumples. It kind of gets put into knots, and that's why it is such a strong submission, because if you remove a joint from play, it becomes impossible for your opponent to A, block, and B, really stop the punishment in any form of like transition. Shani drops the axe. Grace is in trouble here. That's a fired up Lady Shani, who could bring the action back into the ring. Instead opts to send Jordan into the steps. Grace given a tour of the ringside area here by Lady Shani, who's just keeping the pressure going. Boot to the body at a count of 5. Shani, again, the submission hold into the Shani lock. Pressure applied. Grace cannot escape it here. But this is just unparalleled damage. Let's be honest, it's just damage. Count of 8. Shani's doing a good job here against Jordan Grace. Count of 9. Grace and Shani need to get back in and will do so. Irish whip from Jordan. Tries for the side slam. Lady Shani's not having it. Up and down, belly to back suplex. Now the cover. Lady Shani looks for the dub. Gets the 2 and the 3. Grace losing. Battered, bruised. Well, she has the title. Look who's coming to see her. I did say if several ladies have been selected to put the champ in her place, and this one's one of them. And she's calling out the champion. I've got a feeling these two might be meeting soon at City Limits. Welcome to your main event, Birmingham, Alabama. You're in for a treat. Because it's a fatal affair.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Fatal Influence from Birmingham, Alabama, Lane E. Reed.
As Birmingham's own Laney Reed kicks off Charlotte Flair's gauntlet of Fatal Influence members. Well, tonight, the entire lineup of, not losers, but of big stars looking to battle Charlotte Flair. All around, swarming the champion. The only ones missing is the other former tag champion, Jasmine Nix. But for right now, the champion looks to ride a wave of momentum she's built off the back of Fearless as the winner of that women's matchup.
And her opponent, accompanied by Alexa Bliss, from the Queen City, the women's prestigious world champion, Charlotte Flair.
Well, the champion also is not coming out alone. As it's been stated, before we even reached Fearless, Flair was being stared down, hounded by Fallon Henley. We know Fallon, she really wants the title. He always wants to be in the title picture. And from what I understand, Flair will be going through each and every member of the Fatal Influence roster in the build-up to City Limit. And when she gets there, that's when she has to go toe-to-toe with IPW's greatest ever superstar. And no, I'm not afraid to say that. All things considered, when you look at the names that have been in IPW around the title scenes, who can boast the same record as Fallon Henley? Ospreay's close, but he has had a lot less belts. We will see. We get on the way. It's an expected outcome to start this off as these two begin the brawl here in Alabama. Flair, roll up, bridging into the cover. Laney quickly kicked out. The last time Reed was sent into the ring to battle against a champion. She was a very potent threat on primetime. She, well, came close up against Utami Hayashishita. But it was Utami that walked away in that matchup of the week victorious. As right now, Laney eats a moonsault from Flair. It's also important to stress how Laney kind of performed well at the Road to the Showdown. 6 points to her name, granted, not making it to night one. But in the same vein, neither did Charlotte Flair, and that's why Flair became champion as, well, Charlotte delivers a nice belly-to-back suplex and return to the ring and unleash a few woos. Lady, count of 4, back into the matchup. Eats some knife-edge chops, signature Flair offense. The chair gets tossed out. Cover here for Laney. Quickly kicked out of by Charlotte. As we look at this matchup, you've got to think that the champ will always be favored against Reed, who I would say is more of the trainee, the protege, in K-pop terms, the Maknae of Fatal Influence. And, well, she's just been busted open. Flair lines her up. Spear connects. It looked a little awkward coming from behind, but Reed immediately caught by it. But Reed's back to her feet. She's dropping Flair. The comeback could be happening here after eating the spear. Reed Up and down, Blue Thunder bomb, down goes Charlotte. 1, 2, no. The big shot put down Flair. And now the second, the kill shot. Bang, no. The knee goes to the wayside. Flair hooks up Laney. Sets her up for more added punishment. Into the ring post she goes. Flair stomping away. She evaded the big shot, but she cannot evade the voices from behind. That's JC Jane getting involved. Kiana's also getting up onto the ring apron. She's getting into this matchup. Keep your eyes on Laney. She rolls to ringside. Flair meets the knee. Reed back in the boot court. Flair stands up and sweeps out the other. Hooks her up. Figure 4 locked in. And we're going to probably get a little bridge. If it weren't for the fact there's a rope break called. Reed back up. This time the knee hits. Flair's down. 1, 2. The champion resilient as ever. Mini Death Valley puts down Reed, and this is just the sort of performance I expected from Laney. But look at this. It's Fallon's time. She's saying, "You're going to lose the belt, mate. The championship's coming to me in Fatal Influence." And that gives Laney a chance to get up, but immediately tossed over shoulders with the fallaway slam. And Flair's going to look to capitalize the cover here. 1, 2, 3. Reed put up a good effort here in your main event, but for lack of better wording, it just was not enough. Charlotte, so much energy in the tank. Resilient as a champion, we know. But when it comes down to the wire, you've got to always think the champ will and must beat anyone who steps up to her.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair.
Well, the first of 4 victories in a row for the Fatal run through for Flair here tonight. All that remains is JC, Nix, Kiana, and Fallon. Will she be able to keep that momentum going? We will have to see. But from me tonight here on Breakdown, it's time to bid you all adieu as we look forward to this weekend's IPW Underground, where we will begin some pretty epic bouts, including the best of 5 series for the Showdown Championship in the men's division. What a night tonight's been. I can't wait to talk about this weekend's Underground. I'll see you then. Peace out.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking big